Are Texas lawmakers ignoring the will of the people, even preventing Texans from having their voices heard? In April, the Texas Politics Project released a poll showing that 3/4 of Texans want the age raised from 18 to 21 to purchase any firearm. Last month, the Texas Politics Project reported that 49% of Texans approve legal expansion for access to abortions, 33% against. And that same number, 49%, also support expanding legal casino gambling, 34% were against it. Here to talk about this, Katie Naranjo, Travis County Democratic Party Chair, James Dickey, president of JDK Consulting. James, according to this polling, Texans aren't getting what they want. What's your take on this?
Well, there's always ways that you can frame things to get an answer that you're looking for, and there's always more that goes into the decisions. The reason why that the legislative process in Texas requires a lot of input from the public, a lot of debate, 3 different votes in the House, conference, committee hearings, is because almost nothing is as simple as it seems, and almost nothing has unintended consequences. And so our legislators are doing their job, representing their districts, and getting through that process to decide what really are priorities that should be implemented for the people of Texas. And to their credit, they tend to get it right.
Katie, are Texans really being heard in the House and Senate, talking about testifying before committees, things like that?
Absolutely not. It's laughable, James, that you were able to finish that statement, because the reality is it is impossible for Texans to have their voices heard at the legislature, and the way that Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick is behaving right now is as a dictator. Essentially, with the moves and the statements and the tweets that he's posted out recently, has made it functionally to where he's disenfranchised every person who's voted for a Democrat in Texas, as if their votes did not matter and those elected officials do not represent a constituency. In addition to that, if you don't agree with the lieutenant governor, you don't get your bill heard, which is what's happening with casino gambling, for example, where I didn't realize the Republican Party had changed its platform to being anti-business and pro-regulation, but all of a sudden these stances are being taken by one person, and it's very difficult for general public across Texas to get to the Capitol to testify, to wait hours, to drop a card, to get a meeting with their elected official. It's difficult.
We're going to run out of time if she gets to keep. There's so much to cover there. So as one of the many thousands of people who's testified in the legislature multiple times this session, I can tell you it's not that hard. Also, online, you can register online without even coming to the Capitol. You can register your opposition or support of any bill. And
you have to be at the Capitol to register online.
You do not have to be at the Capitol to register your opposition or support. That is not true. That was changed in the last couple of years. So,
no, sir, it's not.
Now, if I let you go on for about 3 minutes without interrupting, give me 30 seconds here.
You're on the clock.
The other thing that she mentioned, oh my gosh, you know, the lieutenant governor is not in favor of casino gambling. Well, neither are a majority of Texans, as polled by the Texas Policy Study at the University of Texas just last month. So that's hardly not representing the majority of the will.
Okay, Katie, last word, but quickly, please.
If you live in Austin, your voice gets to be heard. James and I live in Austin. If you live outside of Travis County, you have to drive a significant amount of time, come in person to testify, because the legislature and Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick don't want to hear from you, and they don't represent you.
Okay, well, we're going to have to leave it with that because we're out of time. Katie, James, thank you both very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.